me, Asante, and it's Tuesday, aka March 10th, aka Mario Day. What? Super awesome. So in honor of Mario, we're making BBQ Jackfruit Arepas. Just kidding. It's not really in honor of Mario. He's Italian, and this is technically a Hispanic dish. I'm just being funny because it's Mario Day. So like I said, we're doing BBQ Jackfruit Arepas. As you can see, we already have our seasonings and stuff taken out. Before I actually set up everything, there is a, watch this, ready? A pot of water. It's not boiling just yet, but that's okay. Also, support my brother's YouTube channel. Can y'all see that? Boss for JC. Yeah, that's my plug. Anyway, also that's my lunch. The grilled cheese. So, we're going to be making BBQ Jackfruit Arepas. I will start boiling the jackfruit soon. Again, I am using this recipe book we used last week. I am going to do a little differently than her, just because I need more seasoning than a teaspoon. Seasoning. And then also she drains and rinses the jackfruit. Because ours are in brine, boil it. Boil it. Also, we'll be playing the tab game again today. So yeah, there's just a lot going on, but we're super excited and it's gonna be so much fun. Let's go. All my cans of jackfruit are open. Now, can you guess how many can tops broke on me? I opened 3 of these. I'll give you a few seconds. If you guessed 2, you're correct. We got 1 out of 3 today. Better than our last time. So now we're gonna go ahead and put the jackfruit into the boiling water. I think I'm gonna do about 25 minutes and then we'll start putting the seasonings. The recipe does say to put the seasonings in the bowl first, and then that way we can mix and add. So I'm gonna go ahead and add all the seasonings to the bowl. Then we'll add that jackfruit. Okay, so here are all the seasonings that are about to go into this wonderful blue bowl over here. I changed my mind. These are actually wedding favors from my parents' wedding. Each of these have like a pinch of joy, stuff like that. On the back it has the actual measurements. So I'm just gonna double the seasonings that she says, just because I feel like it's gonna need more. Also, she doesn't have pepper in there. And I'm gonna add pepper, just because, you know, basic seasonings. So what we're doing is 2 tablespoons, or, that's a lot, tablespoon. The recipe in the book says a tablespoon of smoked paprika, a teaspoon of chili powder, which I guess I forgot to grab, a teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Now we know that's not nearly enough. And then half a teaspoon of onion powder, also not nearly enough. Then a teaspoon of salt. Oh, and oil. I read this recipe 3 times. Clearly 3 was not enough, but that's okay. So I gotta grab oil and chili powder. I'm gonna go ahead and start adding everything in here. The jackfruit is boiling as we speak. It still needs about like 15 minutes. I looked over here like there was a clock. About 15 minutes at least. Also, today I will be tutoring in the middle of my cooking, so if some steps are missed, it is what it is, guys. But you'll be okay. Alright friends, this is how the seasoning looks. That part that's stuck is stuck to oil, but you know, the jack would be okay. So let's actually tell you how much I used of each. For my black pepper, we have this one is a shake, twist top one. So like, I did 6 twists. For the sea salt, I did stick with the teaspoon. I might even did just a little less, but that's because even though I boiled the jackfruit, that does not necessarily mean that all the brine is gone. And so I don't want it to be too salty, because I did a teaspoon of avocado oil. The recipe says extra virgin. This is just what we have. At the end of the day, I don't necessarily know the difference. So if you want to know that, Google is your best friend. Okay, and then a whole teaspoon I lost the onion powder. Onion powder was also a whole teaspoon. And this I did follow because a whole tablespoon of paprika is a lot. Like, just seeing it was a lot. And then both of these were teaspoons. So after mixing in the jackfruit, I'll show you guys how it looks. And if I taste a little and I feel it needs more seasoning, we'll go ahead and add more. Because you can always add more, can't take away. That's also important for our time. And then today, we're actually going to be cooking in the air fryer. Unfortunately, our oven is still broken, so air fryer it is. In the recipe, it does say to cook for 10 minutes, flip it up. Honestly, I'm going to cook it for 10 minutes, shake the trays, and then put it back in, just because the air fryer cooks differently than an oven. It's also a smaller space, so it won't need as much time because, what's it called? Volume. Math. I tutor math and I didn't remember the word volume. Anyway, ignore me. Or don't, because you're watching this video. Alright, let's check on that jackfruit and then let's keep rolling. Alright, friends, thought I'd show you while I mix. Make sure my elbow's on it this time because I seem to never learn that lesson. So as you can see, it smells really good. Also, if you can see the steam, free facial. So I'm also trying to mash it at the same time because who wants to eat that big of a piece of jackfruit in their arepa? That's kind of crazy. So again, we did mention that it was barbecue. So first we're going to cook it for about 10-15 minutes. Then we're going to take it out, add the barbecue, and then also add the black beans because it does say just add them at the end. Just to let it go while it's cooling down. The oven's cooling down, but I feel like adding the black beans now, plus you want them to be cooked. Another thing she does not have is cheese. Who doesn't want cheese in a barbecue arepa? Anyway, so as you can see, look at it go. I'm about to toss it into the fridge for a second just to cool it down. That way when I put on these gloves to mash it up, we're good to go. And my tutoring session's about to start soon, which I'm really excited for, because today he's going to help me with counting and math. So I'm really excited. All right, here we go. So we're cooking this for 10 minutes. I don't need this one. So 425, a really big number, with 10. So we're going to go ahead and start that. Now we're going to work on our number line. I'm making a dough right now. Here's my flour, and I have my water. I need 2 cups of my dough and 2.5 cups of water. So 2.5. How many cups total do I need? Okay. We have 20. How many cups are in my hand, silly? Yes! 1 more cup. I just totally spilled it on everything. That's okay. Craziness. I need to get better at not being so messy in the kitchen, but I don't think math can help me with that one. That's okay though. Okay. So now I needed 2.5 cups of water. All right. This is how many cups of water? I don't think it's 1,000. How many cups of water is it? I'm gonna fill this one up ooh, I almost fell. Okay, and I also needed a 1/2 cup. So this, which one is bigger? The cup or the 1/2? It is a dough called for arepas, which is a Hispanic dish. It's like little pockets, little things of bread. It's delicious. Mwah! So I'm gonna go ahead and set this to the side. Boop. All right, back to speaking like I'm speaking to adults. Hope you guys enjoyed the little sneak peek of how I do tutoring. I usually don't do it with the kid helping me make dinner, but today was an exception. And that specific student really likes interactive items, so I figured what better way. Hold on, I did not grab a second glove like I should have to turn it all the way around. Okay, shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. So like we did with math, we're gonna add 5 more minutes just because I can already tell that's super good to go. I love dials. It's so loud though. Okay, it says preheat. It's gonna take like 5 seconds. And then after that, we're gonna put this back into here. Oh, excuse me. Coat it with the barbecue sauce. You guys didn't see this. I did it with my student. But we open that can. Black beans. We're gonna rinse them. And oh, John is catawonky. Okay, we're gonna rinse them and then drain them, and then as well as the barbecue and cheese, gonna add it with the jackfruit, cook that in, and then we're gonna get started on those arepas. Okay, now we're gonna start on the actual arepas. Oh, it's lit. Okay, jeez. So here is our dough. I don't remember if I showed it to y'all or not. But we're about to scoop it into small balls, and it says to put on the non-stick pan or griddle for 5 minutes. Let's see, does it say flip? Yeah, 5 minutes on each side, and then transfer to a cooling rack. So it doesn't say to cover the pan with anything, so just, you know, there's trust here. There's trust. And the jackfruit is about to finish for, sorry, this became so exciting, y'all. Okay, look. I want to make it a little bigger, but you don't want it to stick to the hand, so. I recommend not doing this over the open floor. I would definitely do it over the bowl, but I just want to show y'all what I'm doing. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to lay it there, and then we're just going to keep repeating. My hands are kind of sticky, but that's okay. Oh, timer's about to go off for air fryer. Here's the cheese. The black beans are under there, and then in the middle is the barbecue sauce. I didn't really measure it. I'll probably add more barbecue sauce. Do as you like. Some people like heaping barbecue sauce. Some people are like, that's good. Just a taste. Just depends. So this part, due to your liking, I did only use 1 can of black beans though, because we don't want it to be too beany. I couldn't think of a pun, y'all, so that's all you get. Okay, back to it. All right, friends. The 5-minute timer is up. We're gonna go ahead and flip these. Oh, they're like already together. I just need a fork. Let's use the, oh gosh. Y'all, this is like real-time Asante's brain, which I'm sure most of you are used to by now. For all my loyal viewers. I'm gonna Google what an arepa looks like, just so I can make sure these are cooked all the way, because there's no pictures in the recipe book. But that's okay. Again, that's what Google's for. So we'll do another 5 minutes, and I'm gonna Google, because that doesn't look cooked to me. So let's do it. So I just flipped those. I forgot to look up what an arepa looks like, so we're about to do that together. Like shamalama dimma ding a ding a dong. I know that's not how that song goes, but you know, close enough. I also forgot to show y'all. Here's the jackfruit mixed with the cheese. Here, real quick. Whoosh. Anyway, also because it's an air fryer, only 3 minutes. Cooking something in the air fryer for 30 minutes is ridiculous unless it's like a steak. Because again, volume. So here we go. You see my computer? Let's look up. That's the 3rd time I've tripped over this light. Images. Yeah, see, it is toasty. I was right. Trust your gut. Okay. So I flipped it. I'm just gonna let it cook again on both sides. And we're gonna keep going. But that's basically it, y'all. We're just playing the waiting game now. The waiting game. Ba-da-ba-dum. Hey friends, here's how the first round of arepas came out. They're more like pupusas, but maybe they just need to cool all the way. But unfortunately, I don't have time because I gotta make food for my sister, so she'll probably eat hers a little different than the rest of us. But that's okay. I'll make the rest of the arepa stuff later. And that's it for today, friends. Today's shout out goes to Mario. Yahoo! Happy Mario Day. Reminder, we made BBQ Jackfruit Arepas. So hope you all enjoyed. Thank you to my kings, queens, and everyone in between. It's your girl Asante on Tuesday. Peace out.